Leave me all on red, that's some cold. Then you hit me late at night, you so bold out, yeah. But you already know that, yeah. And I love it when you throw that, yeah. Shawty, where you sold at, baby, where you...
Hi lovies, welcome back to today's video. Unfortunately, if you're hearing my voice, the audio in my original video got corrupted. So we're doing a voiceover, so ignore my lips moving. They're gonna stop in a little bit because I decided to just do my makeup. But, you know, I liked how my makeup turned out in this video, so y'all can watch me slay my face while I tell you a little bit of a story time. So, without further ado, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into the story. All right, ladies, today I am going to be telling you the story of my New Orleans trip from hell. First of all, how do y'all say it? New Orleans or New Orleans? I call it, maybe I'll call it New Orleans. Anyways, so I took a little girl's trip with my mama, my auntie, and all of my cousins, okay? And fun fact, I'm a Leo for all of y'all who don't know. So is my mama, and so are all of my cousins, okay? So we were having the time of our life at first. So first of all, we stayed in like pretty close to the French Quarters in this haunted ass hotel, all right? Most of New Orleans is there's so much history in New Orleans, honestly. If you've never experienced it, I encourage you guys to go because it was an experience. And obviously this story time is about how my experience went wrong, but I would definitely go back. Like, don't get me wrong, I would go back. It was a fun time, and it's just one of those what is it? Is it a town, a city? Anyways, it's just one of those places you go and you can just feel like the spirituality of it. And obviously, you know, up and down Bourbon Street, you've got everything. You've got people just doing everything from like voodoo people to other things that I don't know. You got people flashing their titties for beads, you know, everything. It is just a moment. But anyways, let's go back to the hotel because that was the first point of this trip just going wrong, y'all. So we get up to our hotel room, right? It's all right. It's nice. It's old, like everything else in that place, but you know, it was nice. It had like a living room section next to the bathroom, and then in a separate part, you keep going, you got, you know, like the two queen size beds, okay? It was nice. It was good. But right from the jump, I just felt an energy in that room that was not right, okay? It was not right, and it was in that little living room area in the corner of the room. I just felt like there was something there, okay? And whether you believe in this kind of thing or not, for me, I do. I believe in all things. I don't like to call myself religious. I really like to call it spiritual, just because I believe in God and Jesus, but I don't like the constraints that come with religion and like the judgmental side of it. That's not what I identify with. But anyways, y'all, it was just something that I felt, and you know, I was like talking to my mom because she brought like her sage water and her Florida water to cleanse the room. And I was like, Mom, this corner, something about this corner, it's not right. I'm feeling something. Like, I feel like something is looking at me. And for those of you guys who pick up on energies and things, it's not always like what they make it out to be in movies where you like just see a figure. For me, it was like I felt the energy, and it was like a feminine energy. And it wasn't necessarily like a super harmful kind of feeling for me. I just felt like there was a lady standing in the corner looking at me. Okay, so anyways, my mom brings out her sage water and her Florida water, and I'm like, all right, time to get out the Bible. I'm like on Google, I'm like looking for like some passages that are talking about like cleansing the room, you know, spirits, you're not welcome here, right? So I find a Bible verse. If I can find it, I will put it on the screen right now, but I open my book, my Bible, to that page. Okay, I put it on the coffee table that is like directly adjacent to the corner of this room. I put it on there. I take my crystals, because I always travel with crystals, y'all, no matter where I go, especially when I'm going to a place I'm not familiar with. I bring them for protection. So I had put like my what did I put all of them. I think I had some selenite, some tiger's eye, some pyrite. I put them all like on my Bible, and I left it open, okay? And I put them on the Bible so that it wouldn't close. So I put it there. My mom spraying her sage water and her Florida water. I'm like, all right, we're chilling, we're good. I go into the bedroom area, because like I said, it's separate from the living room area. I go in there. I'm like, going through my outfits, deciding what I want to wear, shit, just trying to plan my day. We had just got there. I'm tired, but I am ready to go out and have the time of my life. Fast forward, about 6 minutes go by, and tell me why the goddamn Bible closes. I just hear my crystals fall to the ground, and the pages are like fluttering, and like the Bible didn't just go like and close. No, but the pages, like my crystals were no longer on the pages, okay? I put my crystals on the pages to keep the Bible open. I walk over there, my crystals are on the ground, and the Bible is no longer on the page that I set it. So now I'm like, all right, I see how it is. Now we're gonna have a problem, okay? Because I put this here as a peace offering, like get out of the corner, get out of my energy, whatever, just, just leave. But now you wanna be all up in my Bible and changing pages and dropping my crystals on the floor. Okay, so now I'm a little upset. So my mom, she looks at me, I look at her, I go back to the page my Bible was, and I tell you, y'all, I felt like I was in one of those fucking Exorcist movies. I started reading that Bible verse over and over and over again. I kept saying, the Holy Spirit is the only one welcome here. Anyone who is not the Holy Spirit, GTFO, get the fuck out. I wasn't saying all that, but essentially that was the point. And I'm reading this Bible scripture over and over and over and over and over again. My mom's spraying sage all up in the corner. And after a few minutes, I just didn't feel anything anymore. I kept my Bible open again, left it on the table. We're good. Everything was fine. Okay. So then my cousins and my auntie, they come into the room. They're bringing like Hennessy and tequila, vodka. They're bringing all the shots. They're bringing every single pack of edibles you could ever imagine. And they're like, all right, y'all, it's time to pregame. And right before we pregame, my cousin is one of the most like spiritually in tune people I know. It's just one of those things, I don't know, y'all. I feel like Black families, there's just something about us sometimes, okay, that spiritual intuition runs deep. And she walks into the room, and she goes into the living room, because we're all kind of crowded. There's like a lot of us, at least 6 of us, all in this room, and we're like ready to take shots, and like everyone's laying out everything on the table. And she looks in that corner, and she was like, I feel an energy in this room. And I'm sitting there, and I'm not saying anything, because I want to see what she wants. I'm trying to listen to what she's going to say, okay? Because me too, sis, me too. Me too. Little do you know what we just went through. But I'm sitting here, and I'm just waiting for her to give me the little piece that she's feeling. And so I'm like looking at her, and she keeps going, and she's like, yeah, this corner, like there's like a feminine, just dark energy in here. And that's when I go through the story, and I'm like, okay, girl, you would not believe it, because I felt that same shit as soon as I walked into this room, and guess what just happened? And I spill the tea. I'm telling her about how this ghost bitch, whoever she is, just flipped my Bible and shit, okay? I'm a little triggered. I'm a little pressed. We went through the Bible. We did this, and, she's just trying to, like, I tell her everything, and, like, after, she's like, oh, my gosh, but like none of us are scared, okay? Like mama did not raise no bitch. Like we were not scared. It was just one of those things where it's like we felt it, acknowledged it, and like I don't know. It was just nice to have someone feel that like the same way I did, because I knew I wasn't crazy. All right. We later found out after this trip, like our last night, I googled this hotel, and apparently this presence, at least that I feel like I had felt, okay? Yeah, she reigns through the hotel, all right? It was like some story about her being like the wife of the original hotel founder, and she like killed herself or something, and she tries to strangle people in her sleep. That didn't happen to me, okay? I read some of the horror stories. None of that shit happened to me, okay? I think as soon as I declared that my soul was not snatchable, she decided to up her little old ass to someone else's room. But yeah, there were like lists of stories of people who had paranormal experiences with a female spirit in that hotel. So then I was like, damn, Alyssa, your intuition is something. You better listen to that. Okay, fast forward. Later, it's like an hour or two. I think we got there around like 5 o'clock. So, and it was Mardi Gras. It was Mardi Gras. Oh, sorry, y'all. It was Mardi Gras. So obviously we were all super, super excited to be going out. We all got dressed and we were about to hit Bourbon Street. We exit our hotel, and right in front of the hotel, like before I even get halfway out, this man... this Bible preaching looking man stares directly at me and like points at me, okay? And like we're walking, he's like in our direct path. We're walking, we have to walk past him either way. And he's like basically telling me, like pointing me out, and he's like, I need you to stop. And at first, my cousins do not play about me. So they're sitting there like, like, whoa, like back up. She's a baby, blah, blah, blah. I was only like 18 at this time. He's like, they're just being protective, right? And he's like, no. I'm not trying to do any weird anything. I just picked you out because your aura is so bright that I saw it from all the way over here, and I just felt like I had to stop you. I felt like God had a message for you. And at first I'm like sitting here and I'm like, alrighty, the weirdness begins, okay, because I'm not gonna lie, prophesizers and people like that, I don't really believe. If you proclaim that you are sent here from God, I really feel like you were sent from the opposite. But he didn't proclaim any of that, okay? He sits, he looks at me for a minute, and he was like, you need to be careful here. Your aura shines so bright, and there are a lot of people around here who are going to be attracted to your light. Be careful. Little did I know at the time how important those words were going to be. But he tells me that. He basically is kind of giving me like a little, I don't know. He says something along the lines of, I am a strong, independent woman. I need a husband in the future who stands next to me, not in front of me, who doesn't need to lead the way. I don't know. He was, going on some of that prophesizer speech, right? He told me that I was here to do God's work. That's what my purpose was, which is interesting, y'all, because I've told myself like my entire life that was my purpose here. I volunteered at church for so long. In high school, I ran a small group at my junior high. And at the church, I went on mission trips. Like for the longest time, I really thought like that missionary life was for me. It's not. I've realized now that I can give my purpose in different ways, but it was just interesting that he told me that. And he prayed for me. It was like a beautiful thing. And yeah, it was just an interesting thing to experience, right? So anyways, we continue on through our night. And when I tell you guys, like dead ass, the entire night, it's like the men were like leeches. Like I cannot even explain it, y'all. Like I've never experienced anything like this in my entire life. Throughout the trajectory of the night, there were at least 50 men that not only had approached me, but when I tell you, when I was walking down the street, they were like reaching, like physically trying to touch me throughout the entire night. And it got to the point where my cousins and my auntie, my mom, put me in the center of them, because they're all taller ladies. And they put me in like basically a circle in the center. So as we walked down, hopefully these people wouldn't see me. And when I tell you, they were still trying to like literally not only, like, hey, can I have your number type shit, but like reaching out to me. It was crazy. And we went to the club. Obviously all of the clubs, we went into the bars, we were bar hopping all of the different places, and we go to this one. And when I tell y'all, I was a baby, I was 18. This DJ is up there. He's got to be at least 35. he stops in the middle of whatever the fuck he's DJing, like he's up there dancing on the stage, giving a little speech, and he literally looks at me directly in the eye, in the mic, and he was like, I'm gonna buy you a drink after this. And when I tell you, y'all, like the energy of the men down there was so just interesting. And it wasn't even like I felt unsafe. It was just the fact that there were so many of them. I had never experienced that many encounters in my entire life. My entire life, like ever. And it got to the point where like I low-key didn't want to go out the next night. So my mom and I, we went to a crystal shop, not a voodoo shop. Nope. We went to a crystal shop and we explained the story basically. And I was like, I just need something for protection. And she gave me a selenite crystal. I still wear it to this day. Tell me why, y'all. The next night, we go out. Not a single man approached me. Not a single one. Besides this one person, and you guys, you can't make it up. This man looked at me. He looked at my necklace. All he said was nice crystal. Like, y'all, when I tell you, like, this is why I go so hard for spiritual protection and protecting your energy, because there are really some energy vampires out there who are going to be drawn to your light and will constantly just feel the need to be drawn towards you. And it's not even always like, I don't feel like energy vampires are always harmful. Sometimes they're just simply attracted to the light. And when I tell you, that experience just showed me in so many ways how unprotected I was at that time. Now you won't see me out without some kind of protection on me physically, whether it's an evil eye bracelet or it's, my tiger eye ring or my selenite crystal, something, hematite bracelets. Like, I am always protected because I've realized that I have an energy about me that draws people. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all, but it can be dangerous. And you have to be very careful and protective of your energy. And I was never one of those girls who was like a crystal girl until this experience. And it showed me just how vulnerable I was to like spiritual attacks and shit. And just the whole trip was almost like a spiritual awakening, from the hotel, that ghost haunted lady to going out into the night and all of the experiences I had after that. It was honestly so eye-opening. But yeah, y'all, so that was my little spiritual New Orleans trip. Like I said, I would do it again. I would go back again. But this time I'm going to be divinely protected, okay? And thank God I had brought my Bible and my crystals that I did have. But still, if you ever go to New Orleans and you are in some way, shape, or form connected with your spiritual self, energy, all of the things, be protected. Anywhere, not just New Orleans, but wherever you go, y'all, you need to be protected. But that's the end of my makeup video today, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you for bearing with me for this voiceover. I know it's different than what I normally do. Here I am getting some thumbnails, but anyways, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next week.